we live in a very excited world. There's so many sources of excitement and fun and cool stuff. There's also a lot of drama. There's the news and media. And all that information, which stimulates us, it tends to pump our dopamine levels and our adrenaline and cortisol if it's a negative stress. And that makes you breathe like you're going into some kind of a battle or a fight or into action, right? And if we don't have an off switch for that, it ends up really making us breathe harder than we need to. And actually, the secret to longevity is to breathe according to your metabolic needs. It's the same thing with food, right? You need to eat according to your metabolic needs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we're doing is, because we're so emotional creatures, the emotions creates a bigger demand for oxygen, more than actually your body needs. It makes us breathe harder, like we're preparing for battle. When we're not going to battle. There's no lions, tigers, and bears.
How amazing is that?
Yeah.
That we have control.
Yeah, but we can consciously control our breath.
Yeah.
So we can switch it off.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are unconscious. They're not.
A lot of people
conscious
don't believe that they can have some input on their emotion.
Yeah.
That they are really choosing that emotion.
Yeah.
Largely.
And once you're consciously aware of that breath control,
Yeah.
you can do so many things with your breathing. You can change your state instantly in a moment. You can go to sleep even. You can have more energy. You can get calm in a difficult situation. You can turn on creativity. You can turn off stress. You can turn on alertness. You can turn on digestion just by understanding things like your nostril dominance, your different rhythms of your breathing cycles, which switch between left and right. So there's a code to your autonomic nervous system, which the yogis somehow figured out, and this is what we teach in Soma breath.
You.
Yeah, I'm very blessed I got all this info, but it's very useful, man, because I'm a pharmacist, right? That's what I did at uni, but I realized that this system of pharmacy is a joke. It's ridiculous. It's insanity, actually. And it just makes the machine more fat and profitable. That's all it does. It doesn't make people better. I mean, some drugs save people's lives, but that's a very small percentage of people that need those drugs. Right? They're like miracle drugs, but very small percentage of the population is actually sick until you go to a health checkup. You go to a health checkup, and suddenly, right, you're on a blood pressure medication. We don't even need it because they screwed this up, right? The whole system. And doctors are not aware of this, right? But we're not creatures that can fit a linear model of science. It's a reductionist approach of science, right? We are totally irrational. We're all different. We're all unique. You're very different to me, physiologically, biologically, emotionally. So you cannot make a one-size-fits-all approach. And this is what they've done. This will blow people's minds. Okay, this is how they've manufactured disease. If you were to take the entire population of the UK and plot their blood pressure, right, you would find it's actually more like a bell-shaped curve. Normal, healthy people, you'll find it's more like a bell-shaped curve, where you get maybe a cluster forming at the top around 120/80, which is the average blood pressure that we were told is healthy. And then you're going to get 25% of people on each side who are perfectly healthy, nothing wrong with them, who have higher or lower than that average. Now what happens is a healthy, normal person goes in for a health checkup. Doctor does a health checkup and goes, "Oh, your blood pressure is so high, but I feel great. What's wrong with me?" But you shouldn't be. You should be 120/80. So then they freak him out and they go, "All right, you need to have a pill." All right? Because this is the percentage. If you have your blood pressure there, you're going to get this. So now suddenly you're on a blood pressure pill. Now you're correcting someone who doesn't have a problem, because no one is an average. We're all different and unique. So you're correcting a problem that's not a problem with a drug. So you're messing with people's chemistry. And so then that creates a cascade of side effects, right? And you then manufacture disease that way. when there was nothing wrong with that person.
Mm-hmm.
This happens all day long. It happens for cancer checkups, right? Because we've always got cancer. Right? There's always some cancer. Every day we make cancer cells, and your body gets rid of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you go in for a health checkup.
Yeah.
They do the scan. It costs a lot of money, and they start to say, "Oh, there's a percentage chance that you might get this and that." As you're walking out the door, and suddenly you freak out, and it's in your mind, and then you manifest it as a disease. They give you a prescription for disease with health checkups. It's a crazy system of manufacturing disease. There's books with whistleblowers from Big Pharma who explain all this way better than me. So I saw all this going on in the pharmacy. I could see the overprescribing, the total waste, the how much it costs the NHS, the fact that they don't really give a shit because they're making so much money. They claim to give a shit, but they don't. They're just so much money, being made from all this wastage of medicine. So I just got so frustrated. I had a breakdown. I couldn't handle it. And then I got a disease. So I was going through that, healing myself. That's how I came to all of this. And best thing that ever happened to me. Like, if you got a disease right now, and you're young, and you're sick, you got some autoimmune or some issue, it's a gift, right? Because you're still young, it means your body can easily replenish itself. And if you just change your lifestyle and figure out a few things, this is what we show you how to do in Soma Breath. I believe, and it's not going to be for everybody, I'm not going to guarantee any results, you can transform this into a new way of life that is so incredible that it will just blow people's minds. It's like crazy magic. And you'll find a new meaning and purpose in life.